This is one Amarok you have to check out. This is the latest Volkswagen Amarok. They came out in 2023. This is a 2024. This one here is a sweet build. We've done a really subtle and yet tough build on this. We think it looks amazing, and I'll run through a few of the features that this particular build has. Starting up the front with the Rhino4x4 Evolution 3D winch bar. It's a fully winch compatible bar from standard, so you don't need any other accessories or mounting brackets to get that winch in there. We'll start from the bottom here. This one has a 5mm alloy bash plate as standard. It runs right back to the cross member and gives really good protection under the front. It also gives a very good angle of approach on this particular bar. This one here is powder coated black, but they do come standard in a polished alloy finish. Stepping up here, we have two 4.7 ton rated recovery points. These are really easy to access when you need to. The position of them makes it very easy to get to those shackles. Stepping up a bit further, we've got our winch cradle that has, in this particular vehicle, a 12,000 pound Rhino winch in it. These are rated up to a 12,000 pound, but they will take also the 9,500 pound Rhino winch very well. And in this particular size vehicle, a 9,500 pound winch is also suitable. We have a pivot up number plate bracket here, which enables easy access to the winch fair lead. Stepping up a little bit here, you can see the radar sensor. So this particular vehicle has a radar sensor that is used for adaptive cruise control and auto braking. It's reintegrated back into our bar in the same position as it is from factory, and it's pretty important to try and get those sensors back into the original position, because it does mean that they will function as per intended from the vehicle manufacturer. The original cover goes back on that sensor as well to have that same look as from factory. Up further here we have an optional light bar. So these bars in the new Amarok are designed to fit a 20-inch light bar within the top of the bar, so you don't need additional mounting hardware on top. This one here is actually a 20-inch TrailVision from TrailMax, so you can check them out on trailmax.com.au. Moving around here, you can see this one here also has front parking sensors, so it's important to make sure that those sensors, when you design a bar, go back into a very similar position as factory to make sure that those sensors function as they would from being in the original bar. This bar here, we have also chosen to make it color-coded and black, so we've added the contrast of the black upper mid, so that's the standard finish of these bars, is a powder coat black, but we've color coded the sides to really blend in well with the side quarter of the vehicle. You can see those lines really flow through really well from the guard around into the corner of our bumper. That's what Rhino4x4 really focuses on. We really focus on trying to make sure all the lines flow through nicely. We don't like a bar that protrudes way out the front or way out the side of the vehicle. We go for the tough and yet stylish look. We really want to have the contours match the vehicle, and we want the bar to look like it's meant to be on the vehicle, not just chucked on the front. On the Amarok bars, we do include these flare extensions, and they are because the Amaroks have as standard a small flare, which is a grey or a black colour. So we add those flare extensions just to follow that colour through into our bumper. And it's those little subtle additions that we have on our bumpers as standard that really makes the big difference to the overall appearance. Instead of the colour finishing here and that being black or white, we can match that colour through into the side of our bumper. You can see on this we've added those subtle cues, but we've also added a little bit of aggression with some of those styling in the side wing. And the wing also is quite upswept, and that does enable good clearance to your wheels and tyres for bumping over rock ledges. We think it's an amazing look on the Amarok. We think this build is really amazing. It's going to do really well in the market, both the vehicle and the Rhino accessories on this particular vehicle. Stepping further back on this build here, we have chosen to go ROH-AX rims. We think they're a nice addition to this build. They are a quality rim, and they are quite subtle, and yet same as our bumpers, they do add that little bit of aggression that we wanted on this particular build. Further back, we've chosen to go the TrailMax roof rack on this build. You can see it really complements this vehicle well. The side profile matches the profile of the roof nicely. It doesn't protrude out the side or hang over the back or the front. It is designed specifically for the roof of this vehicle, as opposed to a generic platform mounted onto the vehicle. The TrailMax roof racks do have a lot of integration inbuilt. So as you can see here, we have optioned the 32-inch combat light bar from Rhino4x4 on the front of this rack. It does look really good with the TrailMax rack, because they have a similar styling. This light is designed to, as with others in this particular rack, sit below the top profile of the vehicle or of the rack, and that enables you to overhang things on the roof rack without actually obstructing the light itself. You move further around on the TrailMax roof rack and you can see this one here has one pod light on either side. So this is an optional extra on the TrailMax racks, but they are integrated within the platform itself. So it sits flush to the side of the rack, it doesn't protrude out the side. So everything is very well thought on these TrailMax roof racks. This one here, we've chosen just to have one. It's a 25-degree spread beam on the side of the rack. You can also option additional beam patterns. So you can do a spot beam or an in-between, which is a 15-degree. We've only chosen to fit one on this particular vehicle, but it is designed to fit a second pod light in the side of this rack as well. Up the top, this particular vehicle has on for this trip is a TrailMax Cargo Box on the top. It's a very handy addition for the top of a roof rack or the rear of a tub or on a tub rack for that additional storage. You can check out those on trailmax.com.au as well. If you are going to check out the roof rack, it's a must-have to add as an accessory for this particular build. If you go around further on the back, this vehicle we've chosen to do a subtle TrailMax roller shutter, and we've actually relocated the sport bar, which was factory on this vehicle, back onto the roller shutter. So if you like the look of the factory sport bar, you can actually relocate it on the TrailMax roller shutter. These shutters are awesome to give that extra security in the back of the tub. You can actually stand on them, they are quite robust, and they do have standard the mounting rails or the extrusions on the side of the roller shutter, and this means that you can relocate sport bars and other accessories on, and you can also option crossbars, which are a low profile crossbar, or you can option what TrailMax also has is the tub rack, and that will mount directly onto this roller shutter. It's designed to fit with the TrailMax roller shutter and enables you to fit rooftop tents and other accessories up higher as well over the rear cargo area. We think this vehicle is an amazing build. You are going to want to check this vehicle out online. You can jump on Rhino4x4.com.au to have a look at this particular build and all the accessories we have for the new Amarok. We think they're an amazing vehicle and our accessories really do complement that particular vehicle. If you want to check out TrailMax accessories, you can also do that at trailmax.com.au.